You don't gotta believe, cause hate is what I'm rolling on. Come on. I love the life I live. Being scared won't hold me back. I gotta fight my fears. My creative juices flowing, can't be like my peers. Cause the bullshit.
What is up, everyone? It's DJ Garcia, Rayman Garcia. Today we're gonna react to the Killing Joke preview. To let you guys know, I do not know anything about the Killing Joke. I know it's a comic. Listen, I don't know anything about the comics. I really don't, like a single thing. That's all I can say. And so maybe I will find the comics very soon and maybe read up on it and stuff, and then watch the movie. But let's watch this 10-minute preview in 3, 2, 1, go. Is it playing? Oh.
He's been in custody for 2 years.
He'll confess.
He's insane. It's a mistake to think you know what he'll do.
Well, what's interesting about doing the Killing Joke
What?
right now, this is like literally the third time we've even mooted the idea of actually doing the Killing Joke.
It was one of these stories that has always sort of been on the table, but again, because the subject matter is so shocking, I think, especially in this day and age, there was always a problem, like, do we do it or not?
I think some of what helps the Killing Joke is obviously the pedigree of the comic itself, but the pedigree of the people who are working on it. These are the Batman the Animated Series.
Oh, that looks nice. Nice animation.
This is not a comic book. This is not something that guys wearing long johns should be doing. It was really shocking, and to this day, it's still shocking. But the effect
Is that Jim Gordon?
The Joker as a character in mass media, it all kind of started with the Killing Joke.
Batman and Joker are these sort of fractured reflections of each other. They both were born from tragedy, and one went one way and
What happened with the Joker? Wait, what?
Obviously, the Joker was the perfect guy to hold up that mirror to Batman. And this is a pretty sophisticated take on that.
All these years.
Is it Mark Hamill playing him?
He is any more than he knows who I
Please
am.
tell me Mark
Are
Hamill
you
is.
sure of that? What do you mean?
I know that's Kevin Conroy, right? Is that his voice? Is it Mark Hamill? I need to know.
Well, The Killing Joke is probably one of the most famous graphic novels from the 80s.
I know, I've never read it.
And part of it, is the origin story of the Joker.
I've always
I
really?
read that Alan Moore
What?
had talked about this just being an Elseworld story, but because the story is so riveting and
The origin.
shocking, I think a lot of people took Joker's origins and sort of made it canon.
One of the main thrusts of the Killing Joke.
Oh, I
is,
did see. I do
a
know about
series of
this.
flashbacks that the Joker is remembering about how he actually became the Joker, his literal one bad day.
I find the past such a worrying, anxious place.
Is that Mark Hamill? No, that's not him. That's
Well,
a
I
different
think,
laugh.
the concept of characters having a bad day, obviously Bruce Wayne had a bad day early on. And the Joker, he makes one bad decision in his life and it affects his entire future.
Memories can be vile, repulsive little
It almost sounds like Mark
like
Hamill.
children, no?
And I think Joker's point is, there's all these ideals that you uphold. There's all these things that you want. There's all these dreams that you imagine. But what happens when it doesn't work out for you? What happens if you have just one bad day?
Any person, any just regular.
You're one bad
Joe
day
in the
away
street,
from being me.
If they have one bad day, if it's bad enough, they can become as bad as the Joker.
Like Superman in Injustice
Visually,
killed Lois Lane,
it's
and
a
then
real
from
challenge.
that point
It's
on,
always a challenge when you're
evil
adapting
Superman.
something from a comic that's as famous as this one is.
It's so realistic that it would be a nightmare to animate.
There's some things that work in a comic that don't work as cinema, so you always have to kind of like, try to keep the truth of it or keep the spirit of the comic.
Oh, that's
This
good.
particular comic, Brian Bolland's artwork is so gorgeous that when you're reading the comic, you can at least kind of go, well, at least I've got pretty pictures to look at while I'm reading this horrible story. It's so beautifully drawn. It's so
Horrible
his
story.
draftsmanship is just spectacular. But his art style is a real huge challenge for us.
And I think we kind of came up with a sort of a hybrid style.
What is going on
Because the
here?
art style is so realistic and so detailed. We tried to look at maybe something else that sort of felt a little bit like his. So we looked at the period of Kevin Nolan's art style. We looked at because we kind of felt like it was a stripped down version enough, but it was animatable.
It's a good approximation of it. Every now and then I'll see a drawing and go, wow, that's a really good Joker drawing. That actually kind of reminds me of Brian Bolland, or that's a really good Batman drawing. That looks like a Brian Bolland drawing. And so we kind of went from Bolland to Kevin Nolan to strip down even further to animation.
Barbara, take it easy. It's okay.
What happened?
No, it's not okay.
So I think we kind
What
of
happens
came
to
up with
her?
a pretty good
Oh, is that when was that when the Joker like when
to try to get the ball
gets
stuck.
put in a wheelchair?
We thought, well, how
Wait,
can
what?
we make it a full-length feature? How can we expand the story without kind of just padding it? So the idea that we came up with was to create basically a prequel to the story.
It was smart to
pretty
come
cool.
up with the prologue idea, which I think it was really important to show Batgirl in action in this story, just to get a sense of.
I forgot who
She was.
I forgot who
The
she
audience
is.
gets to spend more time with Barbara Gordon as a person
Barbara Gordon.
before the events of The Killing Joke. We get to like her more. We get to
Yeah.
understand who she is as a character.
She wasn't just somebody's daughter. She was somebody who mattered to Gotham City, and Batman in particular.
What? I really need to read the comic.
The Killing
That's one of my
Joke is
goals.
definitely
I've been
much
trying to
more
read a lot of
pinpoint,
comics lately, like
story
Civil War,
between Batman and
Flashpoint. I
his
believe that's one.
antagonist.
Injustice. I think there's a comic of that, and then of course this,
The
and
Joker
you got Civil War
is
2 coming
trying
out this
to
summer.
prove to Batman that there's really not that much that separates them.
I think everybody can relate to a tragedy that has happened in their life, or something in their life that happens that makes them go down a certain path. These are two characters that have gone down extreme paths. They were almost born in a similar way, yet they've chosen two very dark but different paths.
In every version of Batman that's translated to film or animation, the Joker is his constant opposite.
I've always been somebody that was really more interested in sort of the like characterization and what makes this person who they are. Why do they do what they do, and what is the path that they're on? And that's why I love, the story of the heroes. That's why I love superhero stories.
That's why I love The Dark Knight, because
You're not
the
like
Joker
me.
doesn't want to kill Batman, and Batman
Still
doesn't want to
like
kill the Joker. It's
Still
awesome.
real.
Obviously,
That is him.
It is a big deal to get the Batman the Animated Series cast back together.
That is Mark.
I'm gonna
Yes.
ask you politely, one last time.
Awesome.
Where is he?
Awesome.
3 years later, I'm still doing the role, which is pretty amazing.
How dare you? I'm in this because of you. Every time I see
She's hot.
Batgirl in my schedule, I'm like, oh, that's so fun. I still get excited. I mean, I love what I do, which is why I do it.
Is Harley Quinn in it?
I want him brought in, and I want it done by the book.
Oh, he has a good
This is
voice
much,
for him. Yeah.
Darker story than I think the previous films showed, and in this one, Commissioner Gordon goes through quite a bit to get to the end of the story.
I've seen. And Mark Hamill.
Finish the commission, take him where he needs to be, and please, do be careful. After all, he is topping the bill.
Look at him. He just looks like the Joker when he's acting, voice acting.
What kind of Joker he needs to be.
Mark loves the comic. He, at times when he's been tired of playing the Joker, and
Look at him. He
he
just
said, "Oh, I'm not
looks.
sure."
I love how he
Unless
acts
the Killing
it
Joke,
out.
then I'd come back to the Killing Joke.
If people want to see a really nasty, vile Joker, this is the one.
I'm crazy for it.
I don't know where that voice comes from,
It didn't sound like him earlier. I don't know why.
but it's uncanny.
He had like a different laugh. Maybe because it's like his
It's really
origin,
entire
and so his
generation
laugh
of
is a little
people.
different. I don't
That's what
know.
the Joker sounds like.
And then later on, I guess he
Here
gets.
they are now.
I don't know why. It just sounds different.
It's a piece of conviction. I mean, it's a
But I'm glad to
story
know
that
it's him.
starts with a point. It's a story that makes its point, and it doesn't shy away from, especially at the time, the comics code limitations.
When we actually got this movie out on the floor this time and
What
got
the-
it recorded and design work and storyboarding, it kind of dawned on me that nowadays it might not even get an R rating. We could probably do this movie straight up, be a very faithful adaptation of the comic without toning anything down. We might get a PG-13. We really don't know.
I do think that element of shock value is important when you're dealing with characters like the Joker.
I'm hyped right now.
At that time, it was already 40 years that Batman and the Joker have been dancing.
Oh!
And, it did show you how far it could go.
The nature of the story is so unlike a traditional Batman movie.
What?
It's this well that people draw from, creatively.
And has defined a lot of the Batman and Joker
Is that him?
confrontation since then.
Ooh, I am so hyped. Summer 2016. I am ready for this. Usually I would go just search it and look at the story, see what happens, and then when the movie comes out, I'll be like, oh yeah, that's from the comic. But I actually don't want to do that. I actually want to wait till the movie comes out and be like surprised and shocked, and then maybe read the comic. The Killing Joke looks amazing. I mean, I've always heard of it for a long time, just never read up on it because I just don't know why. I'm so glad the cast is coming back because I used to watch the Batman animated series. Yes, I love Batman ever since I was a little kid. And so Mark Hamill coming back, to me he's the greatest voice for the Joker, and then you have Kevin Conroy coming back. I love him too. It's awesome, because I played the games. They do the voices in the games too, and now they're going to be the voices in this movie, and I'm just, whew. And I'm very excited. For it. I cannot wait till it comes out. If you guys like the reaction to this, please like it. It really helps me out. Also, comment down below. Let me know what you think about The Killing Joke, and if you're going to go see it when it comes out. And if you want to see more of my channel, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.